Welcome back. We're glad you joined us for this class, Rest. It is finished. In this portion, we're talking about what is rest and why it's important.
Did you know that rest is actually one of the 10 commandments? God has given us the 10 commandments not as a way to punish us if we do wrong or to obtain salvation, but to protect and bless us.
Yes.
When a parent tells their child not to touch the hot stove, it is because they don't want them to get hurt. Just like any good parent will give instructions to their child to protect and bless them.
In Exodus 22, before God gives his children the 10 commandments, he reminds them, I am the Lord your God who has brought you up out of slavery in Egypt. The 10 commandments are not laws to put us in slavery to rules, but instructions from a good father to protect and bless us. Graham Cook says, rest allows us to guard our inner territory and displace any negatives trying to infiltrate our lives. It is a brilliant weapon against the enemy.
Do you hear that? Rest is a brilliant weapon against the enemy.
It is.
Yes.
A busy life increases anxiety, depression, and addiction and causes us to neglect or even destroy meaningful relationships. Compassion and empathy for others decreases or even disappears when we're too busy. Rather than helping our neighbor or listening to our hurting friend or coworker, we have a get-over-it attitude, and we don't take the time to listen to and to love others. Mm-hmm. And being too busy can even keep us from knowing and experiencing God.
I've heard it said that the word busy means being under Satan's yoke.
Wow.
And in Matthew 11:28-29, Jesus said he will take his yoke and learn from him. He said, take his yoke and learn from him. He says, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Mm-hmm. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Growing up with my father, he used ox to plow. And but one thing is, the law has got to be right in the middle equally for both yokes.
Okay.
So, but when there was a need to train a new yoke,
new ox.
New ox, I'm sorry. They brought it in and put it together with an old ox. But guess what? The law was not in the middle anymore. They moved it to the old yoke. That the young ox was learning only just to walk.
So all the weight of the yoke went to the old ox, and the young ox was just following the old ox.
The old ox, learning to walk.
Jesus was pretty smart.
Yeah, very
he
smart. He knew that. So he's inviting us to do that, to rest.
That's good. We find God's instruction to rest in Exodus 20:9-11, where it says, 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. In it you shall do no work, you nor your sons, your daughters, your servants, your cattle, or even the people staying in your house. For in 6 days the Lord made the heaven and the earth and the sea and all that is in them, and on the seventh day he rested. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. I looked up the scripture in several versions, and many of them say they use the word hallowed. Hallowed means to set apart, to respect, to honor. This verse is saying that we need to respect God's command to rest. Why is rest a commandment that we think we can ignore or neglect or disrespect?
If we respect the other commandments to not lie, steal, kill, because we believe they are good for us, why we disrespect the command not to rest?
Yeah.
In 1 Kings 19, we see Elijah tired and scared after running over 80 miles from his enemy. He sat down under a juniper tree, just wanting to die. But when he stopped and rest, God sent angels with food and water. And 1 Kings 19:8 says, so he arose and ate and drank and went into the strength on that food for 40 days and 40 nights to Horeb.
Wow.
Yeah. So a strength for 40 days? Wow. God really knows how to refresh us.
Wow. We gain new strength, energy, and capacity to hear, see, and obey God when we rest.
Amen.
In school they have recess for the kids to take a break and rest their minds. We use the word recreation when we talk about taking off time from work to do fun things. Recreation is recreation. We need to take time to have fun, or the devil will come and tempt us and lie about what fun is.
Fun is really, yeah. If rest is a brilliant weapon against the enemy, then busyness is a weapon against us from the enemy. If you are too busy to have fun, then you are too
busy.
busy.